Thank you so much for hopping on a call with me. We just really like doing this with a lot of our customers that reach out and leave great reviews. And we'd love to just hear more about your story. And I'll ask you just a couple of questions and just share with me kind of your experience. And then we always like being able to share the recordings of these, online. That way other customers can see like, hey, these are real experiences that other pet parents are having. And it's not just us talking about our products, but it's people sharing their real experiences. I just wanted to start with, I know that the review that you left was with Bella and the hip and joint product. And so how did you find us originally, or how did you see the hip and joint product?
I think I came across the hip and joint, I'm going to say an Instagram ad, and it was very timely because Bella is 13, so she has joint issues. Bella actually had luxating patella surgery when she was 5.
Wow.
And surprisingly, she's not had any issues with that. She does have arthritis in her elbow. I had PRP done to help with that a couple years back, and the limping that she had at that time, it was resolved.
Yeah.
But because of her age and because of the likelihood that she would have ongoing issues, and she does have stiffness in her rear, I had her on a supplement. They're raw fed.
Okay.
They get lots of raw supplementation. They get mussels, they get quail eggs, they get goat's milk, they get salmon oil, they get mushrooms. But the supplement that she was on, it wasn't working.
Gotcha.
So looking for something else, and you guys' ad came across, and I thought, okay, I'm going to try it. So I tried the initial offer that you had, and I noticed that she was a little bit more mobile in her hips. And then when I ran out, I noticed she got stiff again. And that's when I knew that the supplement was actually working for her. So I don't plan on changing to anything else. The price point is comfortable for me. I am retired.
Okay.
So that's a factor in today's economy, every count. So the fact that this is a supplement that has a comfortable price point for me was important as well, because I do have 3 animals. They are all seniors. Cat is 15. He has hyperthyroidism, so he has medication. Bella has hypothyroidism, so she has medication. So the price points are important because I have to feed them in a way that makes me comfortable, and that doesn't include processed food. To make sure that their diets are balanced, I try to do the supplementation through natural means, through leafy vegetables, raw fruits and veggies and things like that. But there is definitely something different about your product that I don't want to do without. Eventually, Blue is probably going to need that same type of support. She does not have any joint or mobility issues right now. She is 10.
Yeah, that's great.
She'll be 11 in January, but so far so good with her. If she does start to show any signs of limping or anything like that, she'll be a WINPRO dog as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. I hear that so much from people too that try the product for a while, especially the joint one, because it's never going to totally eliminate the issues, but you want it to be, supporting them. And they might go, well, I'm not really sure like if it's really doing a whole lot or if it's working the way that I want it to. But then they say, yeah, I ran out and it was like, oh my gosh, I could see how stiff she was and how much she really needed that supplement. And so that's something that we do hear pretty often with the joint supplements, especially with those senior dogs. Oh, hello.
This is Clyde. Clyde is 15.
Clyde, so cute. Yeah, we had a cat, and his name was Fiki, and we just lost him this past year. But he was very old too, and he also had the hyperthyroidism. So totally familiar with that piece of it. But he got along really well with our dog and everything too, which is great. We hear that all the time, like I said, about the taking your dog off of the supplement and noticing that they're really stiff and coming back to it. But you were obviously on a supplement before and it wasn't quite working the way that you were hoping. And then you saw that Instagram ad, you think maybe is kind of how you came across our product. Do you remember anything when you were kind of like researching the product initially? Because obviously you're very well educated on, pet health, and you're feeding raw and you're looking at extra supplements and you're like really paying attention to ingredients and doing all of that. Was it the plasma in our product that really stood out to you? Or was there, something that you're like, I haven't heard of this before. It
was the plasma, because the plasma is what sets you guys apart from everybody else. I mean, I've used just about everything that I knew to use for joint support. And there's so many products available. The majority of them are going to have the same composition. They're all going to have a glucosamine. They're all going to have a chondroitin. They're all going to have a hyaluronic acid. It's just a matter of the different concentrations of those things, the different percentages of those things, how many you need to give your pet. If you're buying a canister with 90 nuggets and you have to give 6 of them, that's not going to be very cost effective.
Right.
So for Bella will get 2
Mhm.
of the WINPRO, and that's giving her what she needs because, you know, like I said, she's 13. She's got cataracts now.
Yeah.
She can see some things though, because she likes to sit in the window and watch the birds. So I know that she can still see some things, but
Yeah.
you know, with her aging, as she's aging, it was definitely the plasma for me because that was the thing that was different. And that is apparently the thing that sets you guys apart because it's working. I noticed, I even got her this thing called a Peditech system. It's an infrared, it provides infrared heat. So
Wow.
if we're in Michigan, it's starting to get chilly out now. So my plan is to start giving her those infrared treatments again. It's just a matter of getting her to kind of just be still and not want to play.
Yeah.
She is jumping. I did let her, I kind of discouraged them being in my bed because Blue is 90 pounds. And when Blue stretches out, Blue is all across my bed. So when both of them are in the bed, there's no room for me. So I kind of discouraged that, but I let Bella get in the bed to just kind of get a break from Blue a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I left the room. She woke up and I did not think she would attempt to jump from the bed on her own because the bed is kind of high. The next thing I know, Bella's coming down the hallway. So she would not have attempted doing that if she didn't think she could do that. She would have just whined or waited for somebody to come back. So noticing she has absolutely no issues in her front limbs. And that's where she had the PRP in the front elbow. She had the luxating patellas in the back and had the knee surgery in the back. So that's the area I expected. If she was going to get arthritis, that's the area I expected. She does have arthritic manifestations in those limbs, but they're not causing any limping. She doesn't limp. She might be a little stiff getting up and when she starts initially walking, but hey, so do I. You know? And as we walk a little bit, that joint warms up and then there's no more guarding or limping or anything like that. We're having flooring installed in our house. So we have like a subfloor down right now. It's kind of slippery.
Sure.
So I got her some traction boots.
Yeah.
So when she gets ready to stand up, it's a little easier for her to have traction when she tries to stand up. But other than that, she's doing good. She was yelling at me before we connected because she wants a treat. So she's great. I love my babies there. Blue is laying here right underneath me.
Right up with you there. Yeah.
She's just being Blue.
Waiting for belly rubs.
Bella is a little bit further away. Bella's kind of out of the way. Because of her sight impairment, she will have tendencies to kind of steer clear. Because Blue is a child. So, you know, Blue kind of start jacking you up if her feet get close to you. So the cat is here. So
Oh, all your babies right next to you.
All the babies,
Yeah, that's amazing. And so does Bella get the hip and joint in the morning, like with her breakfast and things like that? Or what's your kind of routine?
Yeah, she gets it in the morning with her breakfast. That's the best way. You know, I just kind of give them all their meds in the morning and then, you know, we're done with it. She gets her thyroid medication twice a day.
Sure.
So, you know, she'll get that in the morning and then she'll get that in the evening. Blue is not on any prescribed medications. Blue just gets her supplements. They get coconut oil. I hope they appreciate me.
No doubt they do. You're their whole world, you know, like you're their.
Appreciate me. Some of the things that I have prepared for these dogs, I used to order the meat for their food from Indiana, from a farm in Indiana, and they sell like everything. These dogs had me chopping up lungs and pancreas and all types of yucky stuff, trying to make sure they have a great, pure diet. So you love mommy, don't you? Yeah, you do. I know you do. You do. You love mommy. Yeah.
Well, you are an extraordinary pet parent, and I love having these conversations and kind of hearing, what your guys' story is and what your routine is. But you're one of the best for sure when you're thinking about
Thank you.
what you're doing to take care of your animals. And, that's the whole spirit of kind of why we started WINPRO, right? Because our founder saw the amazing science behind that plasma, and he was like, why on earth do we not have this available for dogs? He's like, we've been a bunch of species for 40 years. Like, why can't we bring the science over to the dog world? Because he was a massive dog lover his whole life and always had like, 4, 5, 6 dogs. And he was like, I really want to bring this over. And so then he ended up working on the formulations and, getting all of that done and starting the company. And now it's just amazing because we see all these incredible stories. And that plasma is great at taking care of inflammation kind of wherever it is in the body. And so it's going to benefit their whole entire system beyond just the joints, which is awesome. Yeah. We did create all the different products lines because we added other active ingredients that are going to help with specific areas, but that plasma is in every single one of them because that's the magic ingredient.
Yeah.
Right? Sure.
Yeah, it definitely, I've tried dozens of things, but it's like WINPRO for the win, seriously, because it consistently works. And I know it's working because when I ran out, I noticed the difference. And I was like, yikes, I can't let this happen again. So definitely.
And Bella jumping off the bed too. That was the other thing that you're like, what? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, Bella, you can't do that. And she was like, I can. Sure.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I want to thank you so much for your time. I just have one last question for you. And that's you were talking to one of your friends who's another pet parent or anybody else who has dogs that's trying to look into, a joint supplement or something. What would you tell them about, your experience with WINPRO, or what would you want to make sure they know?
I have posted periodically. I'll post things on my social media. I'm not like a social media bandit, but there's certain things that are really important to me, and that's my pets. My dad instilled the love of pets in us from childhood, and he instilled in us the responsibility of caring properly for a pet. When you take responsibility for a pet, it's not just for your enjoyment, it's for their life. You will probably be in charge of them for their entire life, and you have a responsibility to provide the best care possible for them. And for me, the best care possible starts with nutrition. I'm an advocate for raw feeding. A lot of people are not, but what I have told people on my social media, I have friends that have aging pets, and everybody's not going to want to make the commitment to feeding raw. Everyone doesn't have a lifestyle that supports that. But when you can find a supplement that is going to make your animal more comfortable as they start to age, or even if it's a young animal that has an injury, the WINPRO with the plasma is a wonderful way to help a young animal heal from an injury because of what the plasma does in the body. So I'm a very strong advocate for the product. I have shared the information I have. My family members have actually noticed, gee, Bella's walking around a whole lot easier here. And I'm like, yeah, it's called WINPRO. You should get it. And now, I did not think when I started with the WINPRO, it was because the product that I was using previously was not working. And I just, as I mentioned, Blue's not having any issues now, but I did not research the other products that you offer and see that they also have the plasma in them. So I'm going to be looking at some more products. Blue has seasonal allergies and environmental allergies. So I think you guys may have something that can support her in that way. So I'll be looking at another product, and then knowing that she's going to have the plasma in that product as well is a plus. So I would just get the WINPRO. Take it from me.
That's awesome. Well, that's amazing. Thank you so much for being a cheerleader for us too, and an advocate for pet health just all the way around. We need more people in the world that are focused on giving pets the best life possible and, doing that research and being responsible with that. So that's amazing. And yeah, every single one of our products has plasma in it. Our allergies actually are number one seller just because there's so many pets that deal with allergies now. And one thing that's just interesting to kind of keep in mind is a lot of people have found the best success with combining our allergy and our gut health products. Those two together have been outstanding for dogs dealing with seasonal allergies. So that might be something to look into. And then we actually did just come out with 2 cat products, which is amazing. That is a new line that we came out with, I think in August. And so we have a dental bite, and then we also have a probiotic meal topper that has plasma in it too. If there's anything that you have any questions on, you have my email too. So you can reach out to me and just say, hey, I have some questions about any of the products. I'd be happy to help.
Okay.
I just really appreciate your time. time, and it was so wonderful to meet you and all of your fur babies. And yeah, I just hope that you guys have a great rest of your week. But
Thank you. You
so
too.
much. Yeah,
Very
awesome.
nice to talk to you.
Wonderful. We'll talk to you later.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.